provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey everybody, we're live. It's Westfield Tiger Talk. WSKB.
Easy for you to say.
89.5. You're listening to live WCPC Channel 15 Westfield Community Program. We're in Studio 120 now at Westfield Tech Academy, and we're just, loving Barney Miller right now. A lot of Barney Miller talk. The only thing I remember about that is Fish, and Mr. Langoni just told me he died. So,
Abe Vigoda, yeah,
long ago and far away,
yeah. So
noteworthy also for his performance in The Godfather.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So we're learning a little bit of everything today. We got Mrs. Groom to my left. Good morning, Mrs. Groom. How you doing?
Very well.
If you listened to last week, which I can't, our numbers are, I don't know what is going on. So
are you not promoting it on the Facebook page again?
No.
Well, I have to get the YouTube link up there, but I'm waiting for graphics to finish our new logo. I don't have a logo to put with it, so you know what happens if you put a Facebook post up with just text. People aren't typically inclined to read it. You need to have some visual.
We do, though.
You should, if you go with the Facebook link, you click past it. It should use the Facebook or the YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give you a thumbnail from the YouTube.
Well, last year, for you listeners out there, all 7 of you, there was a little competition going on. Mr. Zaporowski, the superintendent, threw down the gauntlet at us yesterday. Last year. We were, I think, Carol, it's safe to say we were destroying every show on the local programming network here.
It's true. That's true.
With views and listeners.
So at 7 listeners, you can imagine
how
everybody else was doing.
So, we beat the shows that had 2 and 3 listeners big time.
Right.
But so,
Superintendent Spotlight.
So, we after that, we seem to stumble a bit.
Well, we haven't been posting on Facebook.
Yeah,
That's a big thing, and there's a few other things.
I will work on that today.
Well, we worked on what I did behind the scenes. I'm working the mayor a little bit for that billboard as you come into Westfield for our show. So we're working on that. So hopefully things get better with that. A lot of things are. The show's great. I think it's doing fantastic. On a side note, how was the birthday party for your dog last week?
It was quiet.
Did the lemon cake come out well?
Yes. Yes.
Good.
But yes, and the big celebration for Shirls is
that was my very next question.
Yeah.
What did you do for Mom?
This is this weekend.
This weekend.
Yes.
It's a big.
She had big plans on her birthday. So.
Yeah. Big blowout, $5 a cup to get in. It's gonna be crazy.
90 years old and still a very heavily subscribed bingo card.
Yeah, she is a busy lady. That's
and
for sure.
And another birthday. I can't say shout out, so a birthday recognition to my auntie Jane.
Oh, happy
Jane Walnowich
birthday,
out there.
Jane.
She turned 80. I know she's probably excited I just said that. But I saw her.
Those milestones should be recognized.
And you know what? Her and my auntie Hap, avid listeners of the show. So we're going to say hi to them, and maybe they can tell 2 people, and we'll have 9 listeners.
My mom, too, same day as
So-
Shirley. She was 78.
So we
Sorry, Mom. I know you are listening. So.
Oh, we got a lot of birthday wishes out there, and Mrs. Groom, we have a ton of things going on here at school as usual. We have Miss Sarah Scott to my right. We'll get to her in a second. We got, I don't know, Joe. What else is?
I'd start with what's coming next week. The freshmen are starting their 1-week exploratories, which is a very exciting situation
Very.
for them.
Yeah.
Mrs. Groom, you want to tell us about what's going on?
Well, we've been locked down,
Yeah,
scheduling
2
the
days.
students 2 days because we hand schedule all the students in their 5-week exploratory.
Surprised I'm still alive, spending so much time with you, scheduling.
There really is no other way to do it
No,
either.
there isn't.
No.
But we do have it down to a science.
Basically, what happens is I do all the work, and Carol puts the entries into the spreadsheet because she's a little bit more.
Computer savvy.
There you go.
Yes.
That's a good
To
way to
quote
put it.
Mrs. Ann Daly, he's such a middle child.
Yeah. So is Carol. So
So am I.
Yeah. Yeah. So the good thing is that all the kids got scheduled. We had over 140 of them got
Yes.
scheduled, and we have 5 weeks of choices for them. So they get to pick their 5 favorite shops they went through out of the 12.
Which is a change from previous years. We've
4.
added a year this year.
So we added a week, and the kids. What I thought was amazing is every student, every freshman, got their top 3 choices that they wanted.
Yes.
So they're going to go 1 week in their favorite 3 shops they went through. I would say, and I haven't done the math on this, and I'm a little better at the math than you.
Oh, sure.
But I would say 97% of the freshmen are going to get not only their first 3 choices, but their first 4 choices.
Yes.
And I would even put in the 90% that the kids got their top 5 choices they put in.
Yes.
I mean, that's
it's true.
how smoothly it went this year, and I think and this is a legit compliment, a credit to Mrs. Groom because she is so organized. The spreadsheet is amazing. All I have to do is just read off things and check things off old school, but everything is there. We have a nice little binder, and I will tell you, Joe, from last year to this year, as far as our exploratory process goes, it's improved 100%.
Well, last year
no
was
offense to how we did
no.
it
I mean,
before.
last year was a difficult year
Yeah.
on a lot of different fronts. So we got through it.
Yeah.
We refined our processes, and now we were rocking and rolling.
Fingers in the dam last year. That's what it was.
It really
yeah.
was that kind of year.
So
Too.
things are great. So next Monday, all the freshmen will be starting their 1 week exploratory process, and that will carry us all the way through Christmas break.
Right.
And then after Christmas, we hope to have all our kids
in
their shops for the rest of the
relatively
year.
permanent shop selections, right?
Yes.
So, and this is why they're here. This is what's so exciting about this school. This is why they come here. So, we're very excited. I know the kids are.
Yes,
We're
they
even
are.
getting suggestions from the kids when we should post it.
Right.
We're going to post it soon?
Oh, yeah, today.
Yeah, we'll put it
Today.
out today.
Yeah.
So
I
that-
think one of the things that was very exciting for me throughout the 1 days, especially leading up to the end of last week, was the number of kids I talked to in the cafeteria and the hallways when we're making the rounds, who came in with a very strong idea of what they wanted and who've gone 180 degrees in the opposite direction.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to come in, I wanted allied health. Now I want collision.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very interesting how that process.
And that's why we send them through the 1 days, and we get this a lot from the parents. Well, I know my kid wants electrical or manufacturing. Why does he have to go through the other 12? That's the exact reason right there.
And in the next couple weeks, they're going to do some interest inventory, and that'll also solidify, where they're looking.
Like career kind of things?
Yeah.
It's all about making an informed choice.
That's correct.
Nice. So that's good. That's good. So thanks for joining us, everybody. That's no.
That's the show?
Yeah.
No, I think
We're good.
somehow I think we have a little more to offer than that today.
So
Yes,
you want to
we
talk
sure
to our
do.
guest right now, Mrs. Groom?
I think so.
So to
Ready
my
to
right,
go.
Mrs. Scott. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, doing great. You are our media specialist.
Well, it
Like,
depends.
what do we call you?
Your predecessor hated that title.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you can call me whatever you like, but I
That's
refer to
I
myself.
like to call you Sarah.
That's
Thank
lovely.
you.
Yeah.
I refer to myself as a librarian,
Yeah.
but I I know the position has evolved, so it's also librarian and media specialist.
Yeah, so you are replacing a retiree, Mrs. Donna Rollins. She retired after many years in the Westfield Public
6
Schools.
years here. She was here my first 6 years here. She
Yep.
came the year that I arrived.
And you're coming from the middle school, correct?
Correct.
So we're happy to have you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into education? What we do every week is highlight a new staff member here, and Sarah's one of our new staffers. So tell us a little bit, how did the path lead you to WTA? Give us a little background.
Okay. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. So actually, Donna Rollins, my predecessor, is the reason that I am in Westfield Public Schools. I have known Donna for a long time. She was the librarian at Paper Mill School when my children were young and went to school there. So I used to volunteer and got to know her that way, and I've known her a long time. And then I was working at the Athenaeum as a librarian there, and she came to see me one day and said there's going to be an opening at Westfield Middle School, and asked if I was interested. So that was the year that they merged North and South Middle School to become Westfield Middle School, and I was really excited about that, and also that I had a daughter who was in middle school, so doesn't every middle schooler want to go to school with their
Yes,
mom?
of course.
So I joined Westfield Middle School. I was there for several years through the COVID years, and really just loved working with the kids. And then heard that Donna Rollins was retiring, and was excited to come to the Tech Academy because I really believe in what you're doing here. And I also knew a lot of the kids from the middle school, and a lot of my best readers and kids that I had great relationships with were coming to school here. So I was really excited to have the opportunity to come here.
And we're so glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell us about the transition. So what do you 3 years at the middle or more than that?
3-4 years.
Okay.
I can't
So
remember.
the reorg was 2018. So.
Yes. Okay.
So you're
This is my 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. So 4 years
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah.
this is my 5th year.
I know you did a great job of revamp. What's that case saying?
Yeah,
Revamping.
Thank you.
It only
God.
takes 3 of us,
Yeah.
but
So revamping the
It's
library
team effort, Mrs.
at the
Grant.
middle school, and now you're in the process of doing that here. I know you just scored some nice furniture. Tell us about that too, because our library, we got a new carpet. I think that's the newest thing that happened to our library in the past 80 years. So, what you came in?
No, that's not.
Oh,
we were able
sorry.
to.
I take that back.
We were able to do some technology upgrade. We've done a lot of things in the library. Furniture has not been one of them.
That's what I was leaning towards. What do we got? What did you just do for us?
So Bob's Furniture has been really generous to me in the past. I discovered when I was at the middle school that they like to donate to schools, so wrote to them and asked them for a donation, and they were really generous there. I was able to fix that up. And also the Home Depot was very generous to me at the middle school. It helped me paint the library, put in a countertop. So they've been great to us. And then when I came here, I noticed that we didn't have a lot of soft, comfortable seating, which I know from the middle school, a lot of kids enjoy that. So I wrote to Bob's again and said, hey, you remember me? And asked if they would be willing to make a donation. And they very generously sent us $2,000 to buy furniture. So
Awesome.
we now have a couch and 4 chairs and some tables, and just in the short amount of time that it's been up there, well, first of all, thank you to our custodial staff for going to pick it up with some of our students from horticulture, and then
You don't need to thank them. Now they have a place to take a nap.
okay,
So
Good point.
they'll just use that. Yeah, thanks.
Horticulture and construction technology.
and construction technology put it together, so it was definitely a community effort, and
I was blown away when I opened the envelope. You know, when we were talking about it, and I gave you the green light to go ahead and ask. I thought, what are they going to send us? You know, not having any frame of reference, I expected like $200, $500. When I ever opened the card and saw $2,000, I just fell out of my chair.
yeah.
Awesome.
it's definitely
Very generous.
Very generous.
And it looks great.
It looks fantastic.
It's a game changer, honestly. The kids love to come in there if they have academic support or if they finish their work, and some teachers allow them to come to the library to get something to read, or just, I notice they just sit and talk to each other, which is, it's just really nice to see. And I put magazines out on the coffee table, like when you're at the doctor's office, and so many kids pick them up and look at them when they're sitting there. So, what
is the? I know you haven't been here that long. Have you noticed a difference between? I know there's a difference between middle school and high school age kids, but have you noticed a difference? What's your biggest takeaway so far with our kids?
Yeah, I think just seeing how focused they are on their futures here, and a lot of the conversations that I have with kids. I was just talking to a boy upstairs, and he was telling me how he wants to be a pilot. He's graduating this year. He remembered me from the middle school, so we were talking, and he's going to become a pilot. He had his whole path lined out for himself, and just feeling like the kids really have a purpose and want to be here. It's great.
Yeah,
it's really nice to see.
It's nice.
It is, for sure.
We also ready for the 5 questions.
Well, I am.
Oh,
I
you
have
got
a
a question? Yeah,
I do.
go.
So, Sarah, you obviously love books.
Yes.
And have you ever been involved in writing a book or in anything like that, publication?
As a matter of fact, yes. One of my hobbies is that I love to cook. So I follow a woman who has a blog. Her name is Jen Siegel, and she was writing a cookbook and was looking for people to be recipe testers for her. So I volunteered and was selected, which was very exciting for me. And so I tested her recipes and would give her feedback about the directions and also how the food turned out. And that was very exciting because she was able to publish her cookbook, and sent me a copy of the book with a note in the front cover, which was really exciting.
Geez, I need to find a gig like
That
that.
is
I love to
very
cook myself.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'll let you know.
Are you so you're in the book? Thanks to you in the book.
My
the
name
picture?
isn't mentioned.
What?
Just generally,
Oh.
I know she missed out.
So they
But still,
Yes.
that you participated
Yes,
in
that was it. Was
So that's
very
huge.
exciting.
did you have to make her recipes and then oh
And
well,
then
that's sort
give
of
her
stinks.
feedback.
Well, yeah, you're
I thought they're
You're
sending it
testing-
like
testing them for
Grubhub.
doability and then for taste.
I thought it's like
Right.
drop doorbell rings. Here's her recipe. It's all set.
Because you know what
try it out.
happens if I describe a recipe to you and then you try to figure it out,
and
right?
rice.
It's like deciphering Greek sometimes.
Correct.
It's funny, guys. I did cook last night, and it was a killer hit. It was chicken and rice. My mom would love that I'm saying this. You just take a can of Campbell's cream of chicken soup.
You
take some
were
chicken breasts and some minute rice, and
Betty
you throw it in
Crocker
there.
over here, if
And
you
I'll
will.
tell you what, guys, I overindulged. It was
course
I
you did.
couldn't even get to bed. I ate
very
so much of it.
very old school using
The old
condensed
Irish
soup.
That's the old Irish.
Did you mix it up with any cream of mushroom?
Yeah, I had 2 cans of one can of cream mushroom and cream of chicken. Email me at k.daily@schoolswestville.org and I'll get you the recipe. It's really good.
Mr.
Really good.
Langoni will.
Yeah.
I will
taste
give you
tester.
I'll give you the upgraded version where I start with my own sauce velouté from scratch.
There we go.
Blah blah, Joe. Yeah, well, who has time for that? You could even throw vegetables if you want.
Listen, there's always time to eat well.
Yes.
Life is too short to eat bad food.
Mrs. Groom, let's get Miss Scott with the
Yes.
fast five.
Real
Go.
quick.
The pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your favorite author?
My favorite author, Ruta Sepetys. She's a young adult author, writes historical fiction.
Cool. If you could meet someone famous, who would it be?
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
This is
Favorite vacation destination?
Interesting.
Italy. I went this summer. It was
Nice.
so wonderful.
That's a favorite with people who want to go there.
Yeah.
Favorite restaurant?
Tiger's Pride. That's an easy one.
Good
Good
answer.
answer.
Okay, and here we go. If you were a student at WTA, which shop would you choose?
Culinary.
Nice.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, you did well there.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm talking about Sarah, not you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew that. I wasn't expecting
culinary. That's right. Yeah, good. So, hey, listen.
Ties
how
into
did
the
you-
book.
Well, you did great.
Thank you.
That's it. So
Yeah.
thank you for
Thank you for making it easy.
You know, we also didn't mention she's also our tech specialist up here that handles all our Chromebook situations and dispersing of that with the students. So that's
Happily.
that's a thankless job. But thanks for handling that and everything that you've done, the furniture and everything. You've transitioned perfectly. I feel like you're just a good fit for our school.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have you, and we're looking forward to your first recipe. You know where my office is, right?
I do.
So something good. If it can beat chicken and rice, bring something down. I'll try it.
Say, if I bring you something, you're going to have to bring me some of that chicken and rice.
Well, okay. Careful what you ask for. We're going to go to one of our first songs. You listen to Tiger Talk on 8:20 a.m.
How about that?
That's not the...
I stay out too late. Got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. I go on too many dates, but I can't make them stay. At least that's what people say. That's what people say. But I keep cruising. Can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Heartbreaker's gonna break, 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 break. And the faker's gonna fake, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. I never miss a beat. I'm lightning on my feet. And that's what they don't see. That's what they don't see. I'm dancing on my own. I'll make the moves up as I go. And that's what they don't know. That's what they don't know. But I keep cruising. Can't stop, won't stop grooving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Heartbreaker's gonna break, 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 break. And the faker's gonna fake, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, shake it off.
Hey, hey, hey! Just think, while you've been getting down and out about the liars and the dirty, dirty cheats of the world, you could have been getting down to this sick beat.
My ex-man brought his new girlfriend. She's like, oh my god, but I'm just gonna shake into the fella over there with the hella good hair. Won't you come on over, baby? We can shake, shake, shake. Yeah. 'Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 hate. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Heartbreaker's gonna break, 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 break. And the faker's gonna fake, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, shake it off. You got to shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, shake it off.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Good morning, Westfield. Welcome back to Tiger Talk Live. All things Westfield Technical Academy. You're back in the flow with Carol, Kev, and Joe.
Mm-hmm. Great song, Joe. Nice pick right there.
Likely not me, Mr. Daly. Not, gotta be honest, not a huge fan.
Or me, but we should note that Mr. Daly chose that song.
That's right.
But it just worked out because Miss Scott
loves Taylor Swift.
You guys aren't Swifties?
No, my 13-year-old daughter, yes. Dad, not so much. No, it's a generational thing.
Although there is a song that she sings. I mean, it's Blank Spaces, but I Prevail also sings it, and they're a rock band. So I know that song through there.
It's if you know anything about Mrs. Groom, the singing from her bands that she listens to is mostly like screaming. Like you can't even understand what they say. It's
That's
like,
not true.
Yeah.
Forceful,
Like,
let's
It's
say.
metal.
Yeah.
Rock.
Metal.
Pop
Oh, it's metal, all right.
She actually she hurt her neck last year when she was bopping her head to music on the way home from school. She had to have a neck brace on for 2 weeks.
I thought she did that in the mosh pit.
No.
I forgot what it was. Anyway.
Fake.
Pete, how about some Lekrensky report music? I've got the report for last week's attendance. Leading the pack once again last week was grade 9 at almost 98% attendance. Grade 10, pretty consistent performance from the week before at 93. Grade 11, again, pretty consistent performance at 92. And seniors also pretty consistent at 94. So I do know we're still struggling a little bit with illness. There's been some flu and whatnot, but overall we're still solidly above 90%. So shout out to all of the kids, especially the freshmen. Freshman attendance has been off the charts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing well. And before we get to that, why don't we save that till after the
Sure.
next intermission, and then we'll talk because we got our golf guys here with
Sounds
us. But
good.
I want to do a quick update on co-op. I know last week.
Came bearing gifts, Mr. Daly.
I know. I can't wait to talk about those. Finally, we're getting golf balls that aren't the pinnacles. Anyway.
Or in a Ziploc baggie, the ones that got retrieved from the sand pit or from the...
So
hundreds of those.
Yeah, we have our golf team with us, or golf coach, and a couple players from the team. But I want to talk before we do. I know we talked about co-op last week, and I went through all the schools. But we're up to over 40 right now. But we just started something. I don't know if we can call it a co-op, but we're sending 5 kids to Gulfstream after school from 4 to 8, and they're participating in some work up there. Which I don't know, Joe. Does that count as co-op?
As long as they're getting paid for it and they're hitting a number of
So
hours, then by legal definition, we can call it.
Yeah, we haven't hit there, but it's an apprenticeship program where Gulfstream allows young adults under the age of 18 to work up there and get experience. So we actually have 4 aviation kids and actually 1 collision tech kid on his way up there. So Mr. Wilson's been working hard on that, so that's awesome. We can get some more details
Either way,
later.
co-op or not on paper, it's still a phenomenal
It's fantastic.
opportunity.
It's fantastic. Another opportunity for our kids out in the workforce and getting experience, so it's great. So
And great shop collaboration there.
Absolutely. Yep. It's great. So with me, Coach Bob Eck is here. Hi, Coach Eck. How are you?
How are you? Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you came. So we set this up last week, impromptu, right, on the cuff.
Yep.
I got a text from some random number asking me questions. I said, who the heck is this? So it was Coach Eck. But we've been trying to get, highlight all the sports, and I know you guys are having a great season right now.
Certainly are.
12-2?
12-2, and we're 10-1 in our league.
Right, so that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about how long you've been the coach.
I believe it's my 5th year.
5th year
as coach.
And is this your best year so far?
By far.
By far.
By far. We've made the Western Mass tournament the last 3 years, but we qualified like halfway through the season this year.
Yeah.
So we kind of coast the second half.
What makes us qualify? Is there a certain number of wins that gets us in?
You
or
have to
what?
win 50% of your matches.
Okay, and you're in.
Yeah.
And-
So I think we started out 6-1 or
Yeah.
7-1. So we qualified early.
Yeah.
So we can just practice the rest of the year for the tournament.
Absolutely. Who you got with us? We got a couple of guys, a couple
Well,
of
we had
star
two
players.
Volunteers.
Yeah.
Freshman Dan O'Connor, who is our number 1 golfer. And then sophomore Kyler Scroy, who is our number 3, number 4, number 5 golfer.
Right.
Depending on the day.
Yeah. Right. Well, I know that. Anybody that golfs knows that one day you feel like a number 1, and the next day you could, except for obviously Dan here.
That is
Dan's
true.
a Dan's
Dan's
good
had his
golfer.
days, though.
Yeah. Dan, let's talk to you first. Take the mic and get that thing nice and close here. So you're obviously grade 9 here. So you've been playing golf, and I hear you are a pretty good golfer. What do you shoot for? What's your average, you think, for 9 holes?
About 41 or so.
41. You've broken 40 several times in your career so far, right?
Yes.
Have you ever put a 70-something together for 18?
Yeah, 79. I
Nice.
shot at the 2-ball tournament.
Excellent. Oh, in a tournament you did it. Well,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I'm going to go on a limb, Coach X, saying typically in the past we haven't had golfers, particularly a freshman, throwing numbers up like this.
No. Usually the average score for our golfers is 43 to 45 for the 1, 2, and 3 golfers.
Yeah.
And then it goes up from there. Danny's the exception. I'm glad to get him on the team this year.
Yeah.
He did shoot a 35 at Veterans last week.
I had a pretty
He was
good day.
1 under par against Sabas.
That's awesome. I'm assuming you won the match, right, against the
Yes.
guy.
Yes.
So in golf, you coach, match kids up. You decide each week who goes against their number 1 golfer.
We do. By rule, we have to keep track of our averages,
Mm-hmm.
and my number 1 has to be the lowest average.
Okay.
Number 2 has to be the second lowest average, and so on.
That was my
By
next
rule.
Yeah, that was my next question. And why was that my next question, Mrs. Groom?
Because you know it all.
No, because I think in the past coaches used to there'd be some shenanigans going on, right? So
Certainly.
if they knew, for instance, if we knew Dan wasn't going to beat their number 1, we might put Dan at the number 2, right?
Yeah, we might do that.
Yeah. Okay.
We wouldn't do
No.
that, but some coaches would.
And that's why you have to give their averages, right?
Tomfoolery on
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
Mrs. Groom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do have to have our averages available in case
Yeah.
another coach does ask.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Because if you take Dan and throw him against the number 5 golfer, that's an automatic win.
Should be.
Right. And that's that's not what we want. So Dan, what do you think of the school so far? What do you think of not only golf, but how about your exploratory process and all that? How's it going?
Oh, I'm loving it here. It's definitely been the best experience I've ever had in school.
Really?
Great.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. Nice.
Great.
Is it because of Mrs. Groom?
Yes.
Yes.
Good answer.
Wasn't prompted for that answer.
Good
Not
answer.
at
Dan, what are your top 5? What were your top 5 choices for shops?
My top 5 were electrical, collision, aviation, manufacturing, and horticulture.
Okay, that's great. And it sounds like there's a good chance you're going to get at least 4 of those, as we have.
Somebody left
Okay,
their radio on.
I'll take care of the dead time, guys. Don't worry about it. You guys continue to let dead silence. Hey, Kyler Scroy over here, sophomore. Kyler, tell us about your golf. What have you been shooting lately?
Low 50s,
Okay.
40s.
Nice.
About that.
Now, have you improved from last year as a freshman? You were on the team last year?
Yeah. Last year I was an alternate,
Yep.
for a majority of the season.
Yeah.
And then this year, I started off the season as number 2 because our number 2 was hurt.
Yeah.
And then I went to number 3 and 4, and it's just been right there.
Yeah. Tell us about this. Is always interests me when the day of a match. Okay, you tell the kids ahead of time where they're going to be golfing
When they show up.
Yeah. And are you guys get nervous playing the match now, or is it pretty much you just going out and play around the golf? Is there any smack talk in golf? I guess that's my question. Are there kids talking to each other like, "Don't miss this putt"?
I mean, during our practice, yes, but not during
With
our
your
matches.
friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have to show some sort of respect when we have our matches.
Right.
I always think of golf as kind of a quiet sport.
Yeah, it is. I didn't know if they played, little mind games.
It is very subdued.
Yeah.
However, I try to get them to show some emotion.
Yeah.
It's okay to high five your teammate. It's okay to fist pump a little bit.
Yeah.
If you make a good putter, a good
And
shot.
my frame of reference is watching it on TV, and everybody's very polite.
How about do we do any matches, Coach, where I guess there's no teammate, there's no teaming up, but there's no 2 balls,
Well, there is the PVIAC does have a 2-man 2-ball tournament.
Okay.
In which Dan and Devin Warbiscus took place.
Oh, nice.
Or they went and participated a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They did very well. They finished 9th out of 18. 9th out of 29.
Wow, that's great.
We were proud to finish ahead of Westfield High School.
Whoa.
So we have some bragging rights
Yeah.
there.
We want both schools to do well, of course.
Absolutely.
But if we're a little ahead,
we
it's
edge
okay.
out,
Yeah,
that
that's it.
happens.
That's awesome. So what do you guys what's going on for the coming up now? How many more matches you got? Is it Western Mass tournament time? Like what's going on? Kyler, why don't you tell us what's up?
So today we have a match against McCann Tech.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't get rained out.
Yeah.
Right.
And then next week on Monday we have the Western Mass Finals tournament for
Okay.
Division 3.
Yes. And that's a team event, Coach?
That is. We send our top 6 golfers over to Wilbraham Country Club.
Nice.
Very nice course.
Yeah.
They'll have a good day.
And do you
Where's today's match if it happens?
Today's match is at East Mountain. McCann's coming down to us. We've already beaten them once this year, so we're hopeful we'll take another one from them.
Last question for you guys. After we go team tournament, is there any individual, like Dan, can he continue to play as an individual, or is that done?
There is an opportunity for a certain percentage of the finalists in Western Mass to advance to a state tournament. It depends on how many golfers there are in the tournament on Monday. Usually it's about the top 10% or so that will go on to play in the state tournament. And historically, the scores are in Dan's range.
Nice.
So, I'm confident Dan can do pretty well Monday and possibly play some more golf.
Dan, what's the best part of your game right now?
I would have to say the short game. Short game's just, that's the moneymaker. You need to have good short game, and it's been very, very good recently.
Are you locked in?
I'm ready. I'm locked in.
Now, can we go out for a round maybe before, maybe next year?
Tell him to bring his wallet.
Yeah. You don't mind giving me, I don't know, let's see, 10, 15 strokes?
Not at all.
Okay. Oh, great. Nice. Okay, so we got a match here.
Yeah.
Mrs. Groom and Mr. Langoni.
Hardly wait.
Yep.
Well, especially
Now that we have our golf balls, absolutely.
With the WTA Tiger on it.
12-2, you guys are rolling right now. I'm just going to assume that we're going to play well against McCann. Hopefully, keep our fingers crossed. Perfect case. Is this it for losses for us if we play the way we're supposed to?
Yeah, we should win today. It'd be 13-2, and we've already clinched our league.
Nice.
So.
Is there any benefit for you guys clinching the league? Do you, in other sports you get a seed, so you play a different team? Do they group you that way?
No, you
too?
qualify for Western Mass as a team.
Yeah.
So you're playing against all the other teams. There's no seedings.
There's no seedings. No. Well, guys, it was a quick one. Kyler, anything else to say? No. You want to say hi to your grandfather? No.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, go
Dan,
ahead.
how old were you when you started?
I was 2 years old.
2.
Everything goes out to my grandfather. He was the one who taught me from when I was 2 with tiny little plastic gloves till still now teaching me things.
Nice.
Wow, very good.
Both of these guys have great grandfathers. His
Yeah.
grandfather was in the Senior Olympics playing golf.
Well, no way, really?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
That is awesome.
And Kyler's grandfather was the famous baseball coach from Westfield High.
Hall of Famer.
Mr. Scroy.
High school Hall of Famer. I may have played for him.
Yep.
Football and baseball.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Scroy and I, he was, had him. He was. Yep.
Sounds like you sat the bench last.
No,
Or
I
maybe
didn't.
whacked with that ring of his.
He things that I always talk about the old school coach and Coach Eck. You probably know this, like things that happened back then. They would not be
Are not legal now.
No.
Certainly. It's frowned upon.
No.
Yeah, I may remember a few incidents like that in my brief career as a football player.
Double sessions with Coach Wise.
Yep. Yeah. Same thing. Coach Scroy.
Horrible.
Coach Scroy football. Not afraid to let you know how he felt. Same thing in baseball.
Physically and verbally.
Certainly.
But a tremendous guy. Learned a ton from him, and he was one of those coaches that taught you the sport, but also it's about family. It's about doing the right thing. It's about your goals and your morals and things like that. So, excellent guy, great guy. And Kyler, he loves you, and he's one of our number one goers to Tiger Pride, I think.
That's
right?
true.
Nice.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, good luck against McCann. We'll be watching. Coach Eck, thanks for coming on. We're going to have you again when it's baseball time, of course,
Certainly.
right? And then
Be
hopefully,
here before we know it.
hopefully we'll be taking home some kind of trophy this year.
If not a trophy, some nice jackets.
Oh yeah, there you
League
go.
Champions.
We'll take a league champion jacket. And these guys are young. How many underclassmen do we have on the team?
We actually have 1 junior,
Yep.
8 sophomore, and 3 freshmen.
Okay.
So the future is very bright.
We're gonna. It's not gonna be a rebuild. It's gonna be a reload kind of thing. Yeah.
Sure.
And we have one female on the team still. Ella.
We do. Ella Werbiscus is doing very well.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. And Dan, do you know? And Kyler, do you guys know any underclassmen, any 8th graders that you know that are want to come to the school that play golf?
I don't know. I'm trying to convince my cousin to come here because he's not the best, but I feel like
He could be.
He could do pretty good.
Nice. Awesome. Well, that's awesome. We're really proud of you guys and representing our school the way you're doing it, and keep up the good work.
Yeah, nice job,
And
guys.
good luck today, all right? If we
Thanks.
play.
Yeah.
Let's go to a
Thanks
song.
for having
We'll be
us.
back
Hey,
on
good
Tiger
luck,
Talk.
fellas.
Thank you.
Desperate for changing, starving for truth. I'm closer to where I started. We're chasing after you. I'm falling even more in love with you. Letting go of all I've held on to. I'm standing here until you make me move. I'm hanging by a moment here with you. Forgetting all I'm lacking, completely incomplete. I'll take your invitation. You take all of me now. I'm falling even more in love with you. Letting go of all I've held on to. I'm standing here until you make me move. I'm hanging by a moment here with you. I'm living for the only thing I know. I'm running and I crash you where to go. And I don't know what I'm diving into. Just staying by a moment here with you. There's nothing else to lose. There's nothing else to find. There's nothing in the world that can change my mind. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Desperate for changing, starving for truth. I'm closer to where I started, chasing after you. I'm falling even more in love with you. Letting go of all I've held on to. I'm standing here until you make me move. I'm being by a moment here with you. I'm living for the only thing I know. I'm running in a crash where to go. And I don't know what I'm diving into. Just staying by a moment here with you. Just staying by a moment. Hanging by a moment. Hanging by a moment. Hanging by a moment here with you.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Tiger Talk Live, WSKB 89.5, WCPC Channel 15 in Studio 120 at WTA. Mr. Daly, Mr. Langoni,
Mrs. Groom,
and Al.
What's up?
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Daly has a lot of sports to go through.
Yeah, let's get a feedback though on Carol's bringing us back. I want we're gonna do a poll up there. I think you did good.
No.
You did great.
Nobody. I'm not rating you. I'm not rating Mr. Langoni.
Wait. What are we talking about?
This is not a contest. We're
talked about-
colleagues here.
We talked about this last year.
Not a
Bluebird coming
contest.
out of your nest. You know,
Pushing me right out.
So we just had a great segment with our golf
Absolutely.
coach Eck and Kyler Scroy and Dan O'Connor. Boy, that Dan O'Connor. I mean, Kyler's great, but Dan O'Connor shooting golf as a 15. He's shooting those scores.
Yep, golfing since he was 2.
That's amazing, yeah. So they're 12-2 and kicking butt here. Cross country, we had Mr. Figgy on last week, and he did a great job with the kids, and they're finishing up their season with the Western.
And has been since he as a founding coach.
Yeah. Their numbers are increasing. If you listen, if you haven't listened, get our show from last week and you can hear all about cross country. But they're up on October 30th for the Western Mass running championship at Stanley Park, which is good. We're looking forward to them. Our boys soccer team, they're power ranked 19th out of 85 teams in the division. Currently, the team has a 9-1-2 record. That's Coach Delude. Westville Tech will finish second in place in the Bi-County League. They're currently ranked number 1 in the PVIAC. So, blah, blah, blah. Our boys soccer team is doing
Crushing
well.
it.
You know, I mean, this is, again, so a good call, a good job for...
Why do I feel like every single time our soccer teams are just really good?
Yep. They play tonight, I believe. Tuesday, is today the 11th? No.
The 13th.
13th, sorry. I'm back.
A little behind.
Yeah.
48 hours behind.
Here we go. Thanks, Al. Golf's going tonight at McCann, and girls, who we haven't talked about yet, and Coach Brown is filling in.
Senior night.
Senior night tonight. I might try to sneak over to that. They're third place in the Tri-Counties. This is one of our best girls soccer teams we've had in a while. 47th, right in the middle of the pack. So they're doing great. Their overall record is 5-1-2. That's crazy. I know Coach Washington had a good year a couple years ago. And then tomorrow night, our boys play Gateway at Bullens. I think that might be the senior night for the boys, Al, as well.
I believe it is.
So they're
So
making posters for them. And
So if you have anything, nothing going on, please join us at Bullens tonight at 6 and tomorrow at 6 for senior night for the girls and boys. And I didn't know it was going to rain, huh?
I know.
That's a bummer.
It is.
Fall, rain, horrible, cold.
I think that if it's not lightning, they play through it no matter what.
Yeah. Remember Thunder and Lightning from the Giants? Who was that?
Might have been years ago.
Okay. We'll get back to that. We have Al Rogers here talking sports with us, a Sports Corner. I just stumped him, so I'm not going to let you live that one down, buddy.
No.
You got to remember that. If you're a true Giants fan, you should know who Thunder and Lightning is. Okay, that's fine.
Is that
Just
is that
Al-
LT? Wait. Is that LT?
No. So
let it perk for a minute.
Good
Just
try.
don't be in
Get on
any
it.
rush.
But let's talk about what do we got going on in big time sports here. I know you're a very happy camper the last couple days, aren't you? What's going on?
I think
Yankees?
it's good to be a New York sports fan, isn't it?
Absolutely. Tell us why.
Well, hey, my New York Football Giants are 4-1. How about that? Upsetting the Green Bay Packers. Every single one of you.
Yes.
The Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
People that on the internet. I saw
yes.
this on an Instagram post. Took the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. And?
Even Michael Strahan did too.
Oh, what a traitor.
Yep.
So what happened though? They went and they took care of the Pack
Took care
in
of
London?
the business in London. And how good is Saquon Barkley?
It's good.
He's back.
Yep.
He is back. He's leading the league in rushing yards, I'm pretty sure right now.
Do you think we're having a shift back to running backs in the NFL? Or no?
Maybe.
Yeah. Saquon's leading the way for
He was injured, came back, had a big 35-yard run, then scored the game-winning touchdown for the Giants.
And the Giants are 4-1. The quarterback, Daniel Jones, is he 100% right now?
He did pretty good last week. He did his rushing. I think it's more of his rushing because his only really real threat is Darius Slayton, is what I think right now. The rushing has been great. Our defense has been playing well. Good pressure on Aaron Rodgers last week. Lamar Jackson this week. So back-to-back tough games.
Lamar Jackson, who plays is a quarterback for Carroll.
Vikings.
Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens. Nice. Good try, Mrs. Groom. You're right on it, though. I like the way you're doing your
So
research. over the week.
back-to-back games. Giants were in London, now back at MetLife and at the Ravens, home against the Ravens. Back-to-back tough games after traveling up to the pond. So
Yeah, nice. Okay, so that's it for our Giants update. How about our Yankees?
Yankees are up 1-0 in the ALDS. Game 2 if the weather holds tonight. The weather is supposed to not really pleasing in New York.
Yeah, in New York. Do we know who's on the hill?
Nasty Nestor.
Nasty. Joe, you know Nasty Nestor. Last game, Derek Cole pitched. Were you nervous? Because I worry about him in the long ball.
He got me a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
They took the 1-0 lead off of Stephen Kwan solo shot.
Yep.
Good rookie player. by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Cleveland's the youngest team in the league, so they got a bright future ahead of them. Kudos to them. One thing about Cole, we all panicked. We all thought he was going to give up, 4, 5 runs
I was nervous.
in that inning.
Yeah.
And, yeah, his pitch count was high. They weren't just going to let him sit back and dominate you and have, 13 Ks or something.
Right.
But they go out, make him work, gives up 1 run, strikes out, 8, 9 with 7. We went to the 7th. He got taken out by Loizaga.
Yeah.
He had a good start. I think that the offense was well. Anthony Rizzo gave us breathing room with the 2-run homer.
That was nice.
And then the bullpen in Wandy Peralta, Jonathan Loizaga, then Clay Holmes.
What about
It's a done deal.
your third baseman? I thought he hit a home run and got. Remember that?
Oh, Josh Donaldson. Bat flipped when it wasn't gone.
Yeah.
He's done that about 5-6 times this year.
Did you see that one, Mr. Langoni?
I did not.
No. Yeah.
That's something you want to go back and see because he's done that maybe 5-6 times, and I'm surprised that Boone hasn't got on him for that because you're not supposed to bat flip if he's not gone.
So he thought he hit a home run. He was being quite
Gonna
arrogant
hit the
about
top
it.
of the wall.
He flipped the bat like he's trotting around the field. He trots around first base, thinking
And
in a
then
home
the right
run.
fielder throws an absolute dart to first base.
And he
He's
got
out by
thrown
10 feet.
I will give it
So-
to the Guardians. You know the manager of the Guardians, Mrs. Groom.
Former Red Sox manager. You gotta know who he is.
Cora.
Cora is the manager for the Red Sox. Terry Francona.
Terry.
Okay, so off the Yankees topic, how about the Houston Astros? Down 7-3. Jordan Alvarez walk-off 2-run bomb off of Robbie Ray.
They probably were cheating. They probably had a buzzer telling them a fastball was coming.
You don't just
No, you don't think so?
They were down 7-3 and came all the way back and won.
Mm-hmm. Walk-off homer in the ninth, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Playoff experience matters.
It does.
And 27 outs in the playoffs are important. The last 3 outs are the most.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
Closing
got
the door.
the Phillies and Braves going to Philadelphia tomorrow, tied at 1.
How about Philly? I didn't think Philly was going to do
Get
anything,
past
and here
the
they
Cardinals.
are. Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't really doubt it.
Yeah.
I honestly thought the Phillies would come in with good spot. Braves matched them, tied it, going to Philly.
Yep.
So it should be a good rest of the series. I think. I don't know. I think Philadelphia takes it back at home with a bounce back game.
Yeah.
I don't know who they have on the mound.
I don't either, no.
But San Diego is home against the Dodgers in Game 3. Last night, San Diego won.
They did.
In L.A.
I couldn't stay up for that, yeah.
Hold
on. I wanted to ask Mrs. Groom what she thought about the former Red Sox that plays for the Dodgers. Do you remember who that is?
Come on, please.
Oh, gosh. Boy, I'm disappointing at Mookie.
Yes.
She got it.
Yes.
I got it, and I knew that.
I knew you
I
knew
knew
that.
that.
That's
I was
why
playing
I gave
drama.
you a chance to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Next one, I'm going to put Joe on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Get ready,
Don't,
Joe.
don't. Just hit the buzzer now.
It's
He's
in,
done with
it's
it.
in San Diego.
That's it.
It's
I
in
got
San
nothing.
Diego, Game 3 tomorrow night. I think the Dodgers will take that and come back with a bounce back
I
game.
agree. I agree with you. Absolutely.
Playoff baseball is in full swing. NFL is going. NBA starts in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Plenty of NHL starting. I'm pretty sure that already started.
They did, yeah.
Oh yeah, my wife very excited about that.
So plenty of sports going on around the world.
This is a good time right now. It is. Playoff baseball. I mean, I think playoff baseball is fantastic, but if you're not a baseball person, you think it's boring. But playoff baseball with football going on and hockey, if you're hockey and basketball, this is if you like sports, it's the time, right?
It's a good time to be
it's the
sports
time.
guys.
The problem is having the time and energy to stay up and watch
I
all
know,
of it.
I know.
That's the problem.
And this is the good time for local sports as well too, because this is playoff time for the kids, and it's awesome.
And I find really funny before we go move further. They put like a Phillies and Braves game back from game 1 at like 1:00 in the afternoon when nobody could watch it. So and then the Rays and Guardians when the Rays were playing the Guardians.
Yeah.
Was at like 12 o'clock, so nobody was
so
watching.
many hours in a day, right?
And
you know what, Al? I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you. I love the afternoon game because when you come home from school, you got something on. Okay,
True, but there's like no one that can watch it.
Half full,
half
buddy.
of them are at work.
Glass is half full. Let's go. All right, so let's talk some football picks. Oh no, let's talk some recipes of Tiger's Pride because
Right.
Tiger's Pride is open. We haven't said that
Open
yet.
Friday, October 14th, and then we'll come back to
Yeah,
football.
absolutely.
Their soups are corn chowder and vegan carrot ginger soup. The Greek salad is their salad of the week, and try it with the homemade Greek dressing.
Ooh.
And the entree du
Is there
jour.
really any other way to go?
That's right. Some people might want to. Chicken, olive, tomato, and goat cheese saute.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, and that's served with grilled Brussels sprouts, and then the beer battered fish and chips.
Always a big hit
On a Friday, hey.
Always
Yeah.
a big hit.
And the sandwich is a Monte Cristo, ham, turkey, and Swiss and French toast bread.
Mr. Daly, no stranger to a Monte Cristo
No,
sandwich.
I gotta tell you, Joe, I've never had a Monte
You're kidding.
Cristo.
Well,
no.
you might just
it's
have to try that
breakfast.
tomorrow
Yeah.
with maple syrup.
That's the thing. I'm not a big. I'm a huge egg guy. Over easy with a side of some kind of meat.
Over easy.
Yeah.
Bacon,
Yeah.
home fries, rye toast.
Yeah. So, but the
Frank's
Monte
Red Hot on
Cristo,
my eggs.
I don't understand the French toast with the syrup on it, and then with. Yeah. No.
You got to
I'm
try
not
it.
feeling
Yeah, I think you should try it.
You gotta
that,
try
That
it.
would be a challenge.
Yeah. You think I complain when I eat a lot? To get stuffed at a buffet. What do you think I'm gonna be like after the Monte Cristo?
That's what we look forward to on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah. All right, Mrs.
How did we do?
Sounds like a good menu, so we're looking forward to that. So,
Mr. Daly.
Yeah,
so-
picks from last week.
yeah, picks from last week. Some of us did well, some of us didn't.
So I'm assuming I did okay.
Well, I'll start with me. I unfortunately only had one victory.
Oh,
Only
that's too
one,
bad.
really?
Really?
Wow,
My
what a
heart is
tough week for
broken.
you.
Yeah, let's move on.
Very
Let's not
uncharacteristic, Mr. Daly.
Total of 9 wins so far out of 3 weeks. Mrs. Groom really had a great week off of her 1 win the week before with 3 this week, so she's at 8 wins total.
Yeah.
2, that's good there.
Thanks for
Joe
the
had a
support,
good.
Al.
Joe didn't have the best week. Only 2 for you, but you had a great week
Come
the
on,
week before.
please tell me I had a pretty decent week.
Mr. Langoni's at 9, and Al, you had a good week of 3. So you're at 5, but we're gonna have to figure out the bye week for
How
you.
did
So
Mr. Hastings do?
I forgot to get him. Don't tell him.
Oh, all right.
So what I think we might do to even it off is maybe we'll all take a week of a bye week to even it off.
Like
or,
we can erase a week? Like
no, yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, maybe we can
Bye week?
drop our worst week, except for L. We'll figure something out. So we're working on this week. So I got the games here. I always like to do the Thursday night game, which is tonight
Which is
and Monday night.
Probably a game that no one's going to be watching.
Well, we might watch it, Al.
The
after you.
Washington Commanders versus the Chicago Bears.
Yep, when you get home from the girls' soccer game tonight at Bullens, you can turn this game on Prime.
Commanders.
You have it. All right, we got Washington versus Chicago at Chicago. Al, we'll start with you. Who do you got?
Chicago.
Okay, Al's got Chicago. I'm gonna. I don't know. I really don't. I'll go with Al. I'll go with Chicago.
the Bears.
Chicago.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
Care.
No,
The
it,
Commanders are.
I think we're all.
Commanders are 1-4.
I think we're all in
they're,
sync
They're
on
having a
that
rough
one.
year, so
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Hey, Zappy versus former quarterback Jacoby
Brissett.
Who you got? Cleveland.
You want Cleveland?
No, I don't want Cleveland.
You don't want Cleveland?
It's at Cleveland though at 1:00. So who you got, Al?
I got New England with a big win there.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Al with New England. Mrs. Groom
New England.
and Joe.
I'm going to go Cleveland just to be countercultural here.
You want Brissett?
Okay.
Alright.
And this is the game of the week. The Baltimore Ravens versus your New York
4-1
football
New York Giants.
So I'm going to go on a limb here now and say you're going to pick the Giants. True?
It's you know what? Before you get there, we're in for a surprise. Number one. The Ravens last week only won by 2. I've talked with my father about this multiple times.
He doesn't know anything.
No,
Yeah.
trust me, he has an idea. We spoke about it a little while ago, and he said, Al, watch, you're in for a surprise come this Sunday.
Okay.
So, you know what? I'm going to go with the Ravens. And you know why you say that?
Whoa.
Is because you're facing Lamar Jackson. So the Giants might have a good rushing defense, but if you're facing one of the most
Well, I hope Mr. Rogers Sr. has really good life insurance at this juncture.
that the Baltimore Ravens are probably going to win that game.
Carol, I'm going to go with the Ravens, too. Who are you going with?
But you know what?
Yeah.
If Mr. Christopher Rogers says go for the Ravens, I'm going to go for the Giants.
Okay. Go for the Giants. And
Giants.
And Mr. Langoni's going for the
How
Giants.
about one last game? We got
we got 2 more games.
2 more. 2. Okay.
All right. Buffalo, this is really the game.
This
Buffalo,
this should
Kansas
be
City.
Sunday night. This
Yeah.
should definitely be Sunday night. I
So
don't
it's
know.
not, though. Who do you got? Quick, though. We're running out of time. Buffalo or Kansas City? Pick it. Go.
Let's take Patrick Mahomes.
Yep, I'm going to go with
the best
Mahomes,
quarterback
too.
in the league.
Chiefs, Mahomes.
You're going to go with Chiefs, and Joe is going with
I have to
Buffalo.
go to Buffalo. It's
You want
family. It's a
Josh
family
Allen?
thing.
And Monday night, this could be a sleeper. Denver at the Chargers. Who knows with Russell?
No, that's a 4:00 game. That's Monday night.
Yeah, 8:15 Monday. Chargers, Denver. Who you got?
I'm going with LA.
At the Chargers.
Denver's been disappointing.
Yeah. And Mrs.
Chargers.
Broom? Chargers. And Joe?
I think I'm going to put a little support behind Denver.
Okay. Joe's going to have killing us in score, or he's going to be
I was
behind.
gonna say
but-
the Sunday night game is the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia.
we got a lot of good
Eagles.
games this week. A lot of good games. So,
So-
all right, we got to go. Superintendent's Spotlight coming up. Thanks for joining us. We'll get NASCAR next week, Carol.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you brush
In
up
Las
on
Vegas.
it.
Oh, God, a week without NASCAR is like a week without sunshine.
That's it. Thanks for joining us.
man,
We'll
I
see you
agree
next
with you.
week.
Have a good rest of the week, everyone.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank.